This video is going to make one person happy in my audience, and that one person is the person who's been fucking constantly commenting on videos. Uh, what are you going to do an anime review? This is this video. And you're lucky that I finished a recent fucking anime. um, I may start another recent anime uh, just to talk about it. That one is The Eminence in Shadow. But the video topic is not that. It is Akiba Maid War, which I only found out about by way of Mother's Basement and the hottest, not it's not hottest trash, trash anime of like fall 2022. And I was kind of sold on it just from them talking about it. And I was not displeased to have watched it, and I actually watched it with a group of people. The server that I watch movies with. And it is a fucking trip. Its premise is basically, what if Yakuza were maids? Basically, what it boils down to. And it is just. Mother's Basement put it perfectly when he said, basically, this is basically an anime made by a company that, on one hand, gives no shits, but also gives all of the shits. Because this is an original story. This isn't based on a manga. It's not based on a light novel. And I think it's going to become a game at some point, because Side Games is involved in its production. And I really hope it makes its way to fucking the West when it does get made, because I will play the shit out of that game. Depending on what kind of game it is. Hopefully it's like a beat 'em up style game. It'll probably be a gacha game. I don't care. I play gacha games. Anyway, so yeah. The main character, Nagomi, basically is a cinnamon roll of a human being. Too kind for this world, especially the world of the anime. She joins the Oinky Doink Cafe. All the cafes in Akihabara, they're all animal themed under the Creatureland group, except there are a few maid cafes that aren't a part of that, and they're like space alien type shit. And then they have a battle and whatever. There's a lot of violence, like bloody violence in this. But it's a lot of it, because it's not like gritty realism. Like there are a few gritty realistic sections of the anime, but most of the fucking like they're literally like I think it's the first or second episode. I think it might be the first episode. A bloodbath that would make Quentin Tarantino fucking blush. just and this fucking straight person, like the fucking person that Nagomi is just like, just norm, like she just thinks maids are normal, doesn't know about all this underworld shit, and she just witnesses Ronko, another newish. Oh, she just recently got out of jail. Honestly, the story kind of is very similar. It has a lot of beats, very similar to like the Yakuza games. where the tone even is similar because there's like there's all the crazy shit in the Yakuza games, but then there's like really serious shit. This anime is kind of like that. Like you'll have this kind of like shambolic clusterfuck, um, and then like some really heartfelt fucking scene will happen. Like I don't want to spoil the ending, uh, but it's interesting. The ending is interesting. I'll say that. Um, like, but like people die in this show, and it's like it's able to like the show's able to do the crazy shambolic shit, and then like actual have like emotional beats, and it's so fucking bizarre. And it's kind of fitting because the beginning, the opening it's all kind of like flashy and showy and shit, and then like the ending is very similar to like the ending of like earnest Yakuza movies. You know, it's just fucking. And then there's like I'll say one of the funniest things or the most interesting thing about this show is that there's a Russian character, and the story of the Russian character is basically the story of the Russian voice actress who fucking voices the character. And it's just like, because like uh, this like Maid saw like Maid culture in Japan and was like all hyped about it, and then like came to Japan, and that's kind of like the voice actress. Uh, I think saw like Sailor Moon and wanted to basically do voice acting because of that, and like wanted to move to Japan, and she did. And she also apparently forced the people who behind Girl on Panzer to make a Russian character because of her enthusiasm and like basically saying, "Why the fuck isn't there a Russian character?" And they made a character for her, which is like fucking amazing. Um, the voice acting is amazing in the show. Uh, Fun fact: the person who plays Ronko, who's like this assassin maid, is also the voice actress for Negi from Negima. A bunch of other stuff too. Um, I, I'm not going to spoil. Um, I'm not going to spoil the thing with the panda. All I'll say is watch the panda because that shit gets fucking like it just comes out of left fucking field. Like whatever you're expecting, it's not fucking like it's not gonna. And it's so funny because watching this, and we watched the last episode, this last session, um, in the Discord, and one of the people's like, because there's a little epilogue after the ending of the episode, and it kind of ends on like a you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, and the person is like, "Don't fucking do this to me, show. Don't make me feel things about this clusterfuck anime." And it's like fucking amazing. I really want to watch The Eminence in Shadow because that's also supposed to be like this fucking bonkers clusterfuck, essentially. Um, but yeah, that's my thoughts on Akiba Maid War. And again, I genuinely hope they do get a second season. See the way they ended it, It does leave it for a sequel, the sequel season, but who knows? Um, yeah. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day. If you want to watch the show, it's on High Dive. If you want to do it, the legal way, it's on High Dive, as is The Owners of Shadow. Hey, High Dive, sponsor me, please. Ta-ta, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day.